Looks like it worked. It took me forever. I had to reset my computer. Yeah, something happened. I'm still not sure what exactly it was, but we were watching Willy Mac. This video.
Couldn't just blind.
So yeah, I'm gonna wait a little bit for people to get in, to come in, to re-enter the stream. Those who had the faith. Yeah, it took me a long time. Usually I can just, if the stream goes down at all, I can fix it within a minute. This time it needed me to restart the stream, to restart the computer. So I'm gonna sneeze. Oh my gosh. I am back indeed. Yeah, I'm just waiting for chat to return, or to see how much of chat will return. Yeah, again, chat, I just had to reset my computer. That was the only thing that was gonna fix it. I don't know what happened. I still don't know what happened. Do you want to just pick up from where we left off? Are we good with that? Let me resurrect my I think I saved the. Yeah. Oh wait, you know what I didn't save though is the poll. Oh my god, chat, this is gonna be tough. This is gonna be tough to decide what should I give you the should I just like redo the poll in chat? Here, let's. Oh my god, we're back again. Alright, I'm gonna have to redo the poll, it looks like. Okay, there's that. Bonus content. Yeah, we're gonna have to just redo the poll. I don't know what else to do. I lost the poll. But I didn't lose the poll items. So what do we have? New philosophy tube Nietzsche vid. So this means if you've already voted, you could vote again. Ryan Beard on the Destiny nuke. The Zizians vegan Sith cult. I keep on wanting to read vegan sex cult, but it's a vegan Sith, not a vegan sex cult. And then last but not least, the new Whatifalthist video essay. All right, so I'm re-entering the options. There you go. There's your poll. I also did a super chat goal. If if you can hit that in an hour, I will admit that I'm pretty impressed. Either way, let's finish off the Willy Mac video and then get to the bonus content. What do you say?
Believe him. You look at his social media and he's memeing about the whole.
And make sure to like the stream again. You can like the stream all over again. Brand new stream, new algorithm, and you can vote.
Posting himself dressed as Dr. Disrespect. Yeah, Dan and Kyla, you're right. Destiny's totally rehabilitated and remorseful over this whole thing. It's very obvious. So is Destiny's career over because of this? Well, if Tim Pool can frame himself as a patriot while secretly taking Russian money, Vosh can say Lolly makes you a pedo while having a folder full of Lolly, Hasan can frame himself as more credible than the media while reporting every story wrong, and
yeah, because the media does such a good job at bringing us our stories, right? That's
Tyler Oliveira can pretend to be a journalist while just making up stories on the spot, then why wouldn't Destiny recover from this? Let's be honest, the real punishment—
Can we all admit the media's done such a great job of framing things in this past year?
Hasan will bring this up every chance he gets.
I can't believe that there are still Destiny fans in here. He kind of made you, though. Why you so ungrateful he brought you in, no? Why not just talk it out, bro? He was your friend at one point. Dude, I don't know if you understand. We're having a conversation about this dude serially making sex tapes of the people he sometimes consensually and sometimes non-consensually records and is unconsensually sending to other people that he wants to fuck. And you're like, why don't you become friends with that guy again? I don't know, because he's gross.
And Hasan is totally right. You know how hard that is to say? Again, if you're a left-leaning political viewer, your options are cooked. But seriously, it seems like if you have a political audience, you could get away with anything. You have Joe Biden's millionaire drug-fueled son getting pardoned after he said he wouldn't do it, and Donald Trump, our current sitting president, was part of an electoral scheme, but no.
Yeah, great job on your media narrative there. Yeah, those things are totally equal. Those things are totally equal. The president's son being on drugs and the criminal presidency of Donald Trump.
This is when political audiences finally take a stand. Sure, these audiences will excuse everything because they think the ends justifies the means. Hearing Lonerbox lay out his 2025 aspirations is hilarious until you realize how true it is.
I look forward to some time coming back when I can like brand myself as the only remaining political streamer who doesn't have doesn't have sex scandals and doesn't support terrorists. For some reason, it's always one or the other.
They're very
Willy, are you really gonna let that go? We can't let that go. We can't let that go. Bad empanada. Lonerbox. Oh my god, there's way too many videos. What was it even on? Oh my god, chat, there's way too many videos. Bad empanada Lonerbox does not. Was it Bad Empanada? I think it was Bad Empanada Live, wasn't it? This isn't going to really narrow it down either, is it? Okay, there's the career-ending thing. There it is. Okay, we got to watch this now.
Hear about the Lonerbox drama, which
Are you going to be the only one left without a sex scandal, Lonerbox? I don't think so.
largely gone under the radar. So, first things first, for some context, Lonerbox made a video in which he tried to distance himself from Destiny now that all the stuff has come out. And in that video, he spends like 5 to 10 minutes actually talking about Destiny and
oh no, this is different.
denouncing Destiny. You know, the guy who did sex crimes against, like, as far as I know, at least 3 or 4 people who have come forward at this point. And the rest of the video is him complaining about how basically everyone who has been shitting on him lately for his the separate issue of him supporting genocide is somehow more to blame than Destiny for Destiny's sex crimes. I shit you not. It's like 50 minutes of complaining about me and Hasan, and then 10 minutes of saying, Destiny is okay. I won't associate with him anymore because what he did was so bad, but he's still okay. And, you know, you have to separate the art from the artist. I believe he literally said that. Mr. Cuckold, #1.
The art from the artist.
Cuckold, top #1 cuckold. So, that is utterly hilarious. Just, you know,
That's not how sexting jobs work, no.
itself. Like, there's sex crimes, and he tries to make, and he's like still so shook from being exposed as a genocide denier, as a genocide supporter, not just a denier. He's still so shook from that he somehow tried to make this situation where someone who is apparently his girlfriend was involved in being sex crime by Destiny. And his main concern is, how can I possibly turn this to, like, get back at the people who have been calling me out for the last few months for supporting genocide? He's so shaken by that, that's all he really thinks about. It's me, 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 me. It's insane. Now, apparently, from my secret sources, Lonerbox was planning to move to the US and become like a direct Destiny employee. And this whole thing derailed that. So now he's there isolated with his shitty little stream. He put all of his eggs in the Destiny basket, and now it's gone. The poor guy, someone who could never stand up on his own merit. The first thing, like, he first started out sucking up to Vorsh. His stream had, like, nothing but Vorsh notification, like Vorsh sound effects when someone subscribed or something, for example. Then he moved on from sucking up to Vorsh to sucking up to Destiny. And he had like, the future all planned out. He was going to become, like, Destiny's like sidekick, official sidekick, and then it was just ruined.
He kind of was for a while.
Destiny just had to go and like
Lonerbox is literally a Hasan replacement for Destiny.
do sex crimes. Damn it. Now, I also made a video on my second channel recently called like these YouTubers prey on their fans, and it was about Destiny before I learned about this part about him and how he always hits on his fans and tries to like seek out sex from them. You know, like when you're a loser, I guess, it's just easier to seek out sex from people who have preconceived notions of you from a previous parasocial relationship, so that's what they do. Guess who else does that? You want to guess who else does that? It's a Destiny Orbiter. I'm giving you a hint. Who do you think?
You know what? It might actually be. I wonder if it's because we use the same software.
Which Destiny Orbiter do you think does that also? Who do you think it might be? Would you believe it if I told you that it's Lonerbox? And that the person who he did this with released a bunch of screenshots of their cybersex. By the way, I find it insane, totally crazy and insane that these people have cybersex just on Discord, and like not even just on Discord, but on their like the Discord account that they also have linked to their YouTube and everything. So this person posted these chat logs with Lonerbox on Reddit and then deleted her account. Her name was Kosher Katie. Apparently a massive Zionist, and
I kid you not.
that's why she loved Lonerbox so much.
Wait, there's some of this stuff.
Intentionally in the hopes that people will meme me reading this.
Yeah, this is not okay. This is not okay. No, we can't.
I'd do that.
So he's being asked something very explicit, and his answer is just always, I'd do that.
I'd do that. I'd do that. Lonerbox was texting this woman from his audience while he was in a relationship with one of the Destiny victims as well. So he like seeks out sexual interactions from impressionable people in his audience who already have like a positive idea of what he is, just like Destiny does. The apple does not fall far from the tree, as you can see. Lonerbox. Aha. I'm
Okay.
sure they would.
So, yeah, without going into gory details, you get the idea, right? Lonerbox is not the only one without a sex scandal.
Very musical people.
Are you being serious?
Dog, what do you look? You think I made
This
this?
isn't music. I know they're singing, but I'm seeing just guns and shoot. This isn't a music video, Hasan.
No, it is. They do musicals about like their actions all the time.
Yeah, they're militarized action.
When I looked at it, I think the vibe that I got was like short step
I love this equivocation.
thick kind of thing. You know what I mean? Like the way like goblins get drawn in porn.
The fuck?
Niggas press their luck in, they get a butt fucking straight up the ass raw dog with the rash.
Destiny was objectively wrong for this and deserves all of the backlash. I think it's important to acknowledge that the people who exposed this story were not looking out for the victims at all. In fact, they were actively working against their best interests. In comes
Okay, so there we go. Sunday and Becket.
President Sunday and Becket. Neither of these people had direct contact with Destiny, Kyla, Pixie, or anyone else involved in this story. They never even tried to reach out, yet they were the ones who posted videos outing the whole thing. The only information they have comes from Aaron leaking all of Pixie's messages. They are only working with second-hand information. In Sunday's video, he says Pixie's silence was bought in exchange for Destiny paying for her law school, leaving all the other victims out to dry.
Pixie has since said nothing publicly. There has been no evidence of legal proceedings being pursued, and she has seemingly ceased communications with the people she was previously working with, instead posting on X about taking the LSAT in pursuit of law school. It appears as though her attempt to extort Destiny has probably paid off, albeit at the expense of every other person Destiny has victimized in the past and will victimize in the future.
His evidence for this is a single tweet of her saying she took the LSAT, as if you could just sign up and pass this test within a month. So at this point, my mind was blown that someone would out a victim for a 100k view video while the victim was still discussing their options, and then determine their silence was bought over a tweet. No need to confirm anything. So I reached out to Pixie to try and confirm if she ever talked to Sunday or Becket about this. Pixie has pursued litigation against Destiny. However, she did let Lonerbox, who she's dating, provide some details.
Did President Sunday reach out to Pixie one time to see if he could go live with this video or to confirm that the draft was canceled or anything like that?
No, he didn't.
It is so incredibly selfish of Sunday and Becket to insert themselves into a situation where they take agency away from Pixie. Because one, she's pursuing legal action, and you guys making this public gives Destiny ample time to delete evidence, while Pixie's team was still building their case. I know I look smart enough to come up with that point myself. I'm not, so take that how you will. 4 days before Sunday...
Wait, I don't understand this part. What is Willy Mac saying there?
incredibly selfish of Sunday and Becket to insert themselves into a situation where they take agency away from Pixie. Because one, she's pursuing legal action, and you guys making this public gives Destiny ample time to delete evidence, while Pixie's team was still building their case. I know I look smart enough to come up with that point myself. I'm not.
So wait, then who did? Are you gonna? You should, if you didn't come up with it yourself, that's fine. Give somebody else credit. Where did you get it? Why would he say this and not say it was blah blah's video? Go check him out.
So take that how you will. 4 days before Sunday released his video, he had a conversation with Nick acknowledging that Pixie was suicidal over this leaking.
All I'm getting from this is she's really not going to want this to be public. She wants to hurt Steven, but she doesn't want this to be known that she's done this and this is her.
Yeah.
And she desperately doesn't want her family to know. And if I cover it, there's a good chance
he saw it on Law and Order.
They will find out.
Oh, 100%. Why do you think I haven't covered this at all? Like that's my principal issue.
Yeah, that's
here's the thing. If anything happens to Pixie in the foreseeable future,
it all drops.
Well, he will actually be destroyed then. That will be insurmountable. Not destroyed. He'll have his channel. He'll have his audience. But there will be no
politics.
The media company dream will not be a thing. So
it sounds like he's getting excited over the idea of Pixie killing herself and it ending Destiny's career. This dude sounds like a psychopath. In fact, during his call with Nick, he gives a hypothetical saying as much.
Here's the thing. Let's assume I was a psychopath, and I'm not. Okay, somebody saying these things would be enough to deter me. Let's assume I was a psychopath. Let's assume I published this.
Let's say, for the sake of argument, that I was... It sounds like the Ben Shapiro thing.
Sunday talks with Nick. They both agree that going live without the victim's consent is a bad idea, and President Sunday does it anyway. Actual psychopath behavior. President Sunday's justification for this was that Pixie was engaging in extortion against Destiny.
Fortunately, Pixie did the worst thing that someone in her position could do. Rather than seek legal recourse or make a public statement denouncing the violation of her consent and dignity that these leaks represented, she seems to have ultimately chosen to try and profit from the situation by extorting Destiny.
I don't understand how Pixie discussing what her next step is or what the correct...
You're really selling me on this Queemon stream. Maybe we'll watch it. Maybe I'll put it on bonus content tomorrow.
Punishment should be equaling extortion, because that's how most civil cases start. Destiny even says in his statement on Reddit that Pixie at no point made a specific or explicit request for compensation. So I asked President Sunday, did you talk to a lawyer, or is this just your layman interpretation of the law? Because let's be real.
Apparently there's a Sunday response to this as well. Anybody see that?
Any way she gets charged for this. President Sunday says, yes, I spoke with lawyers I know. You know what their answer was? Obviously. I asked, can you link me to the statement from the lawyer you spoke with, saying these DMs count as extortion? And he says they were IRL conversations, so no. So I asked who the lawyer was because I would love to confirm this, and he replies, it's someone I know. Go find your own lawyer.
Yeah, play something. Willy Mac has definitely had some suspect takes before. He's had some decent takes too, though. I feel like his Andrew Tate video was... seemed pretty good. His, he went in after Tyler Oliveira.
It's so obvious to me that he's lying. You're telling me that you talked to a lawyer.
That video seemed good.
But didn't get any on-the-record statement for your video? Sure. To confirm it even farther, President Sunday did a stream leaking all of our DMs. His editor Kilo came forward.
But as far as him getting things wrong, like, I've seen him get things wrong when it comes to politics. That's my biggest, gripe with him. Is him just kind of, like, wanting to jump into the political discourse while just vaguely understanding what's even being talked about.
Supposing that President Sunday never talked to a lawyer.
He claims he's consulted lawyers about this. Originally, he told me, Kilo, you're not a lawyer. I was raised by one and took law courses in university. But then when he was talking to Aiko, she asked if he spoke to lawyers, and he said, I spoke to people who know lawyers.
Who did you speak to?
Several people I can't name, but just
lawyers,
trust me on this.
Lawyers.
People who know lawyers.
But then, when he was talking with Willy Mac, he said he spoke directly to lawyers, but won't mention who.
That's wild, though. You'd think that it's one.
Sunday is just lying.
It's one thing to say, like, you spoke to a lawyer who was uninvolved in the case, who maybe even practices a different kind of law, and they gave you their, like, ballpark opinion, right?
Lying to make the victim seem like a bad guy.
It's another thing to say, like, I talked to people who know lawyers. Like you're getting your law information third hand now? What's going on, Sunday?
So he doesn't look insane for making his video.
Becket of Crabs, myself, and President Sunday sat down to present evidence, put together a timeline, and establish what the mission of the project was.
That's a long phone call. That's a long what is that? Is that 4 hours plus? That's a 4 hour plus long phone call?
But also excited to learn what President Sunday had. And I wanted to find out what the justification was for coming out with the story. The nuke. But we started the meeting, and after only about 10 minutes, I interjected. Sunday didn't have a nuke. I'm not even sure Becket had much of anything. And the only real reason for publishing that was given to me was that because Pixie was supposedly trying to extort Destiny, she was somehow implicated in the cover-up efforts by Destiny and his associates, and therefore had forsaken her right to privacy? Or something like that? I don't know.
Sunday does every stream in front of a wall of books, draws himself sitting on a pile of books. He's so knowledgeable, repeatedly calling me stupid in DMs for asking straightforward questions. Meanwhile, he's comfortable just making things up because he's above saying, I don't know, or I could be in the wrong. The dumbest people I talk to seem to think they're geniuses. Just a pattern I'm recognizing. He's lying about-
Chat, if you want to help everybody find their way back to chat, the best thing you can do right now is hit that like button. There's a whole new algorithm. When we restart the stream, it's a whole nother stream. So yeah, we're gonna need some help if we're gonna get people back.
Being an intellectual the same way he lied about talking to a lawyer. I'm not convinced he could read.
280 minutes is 3 hours? Wait, what? Okay, an hour is 60 minutes. So 240 minutes is 4 hours, right? And then 280 minutes would be 4 hours, 20 minutes.
Dr. Seuss. He's malicious. He's acted like a
Oh, sorry, 4 hours, 40 minutes.
He outed a victim's story when she was working on the court case, slandered her.
An American citizen who finds themselves a victim of revenge pornography has several valid actions they can take. Let's go over 3. First, they can seek legal recourse. Second, they may make a public statement denouncing the person who leaked the materials and violated their consent. And in fact, this can be done in conjunction with the first option I mentioned. And finally, they can choose to do nothing. They can stay silent and hope that it all blows over. And this is their right. But Pixie did not do any of these.
She was in the middle of doing the first 2 things, and then you robbed her of the third. But yeah, keep acting like the good guy. He's the type of person I hope never becomes a successful YouTuber. If you're a victim, why would you ever want to share your story? He's shown it's going to leak, then people you've never—
I just saw a video essay from President Sunday, and Willy, I don't think we're in any danger of that, of Sunday popping off as a YouTuber.
talk to you are going to publicize it, you will be vilified by them because they don't care about you or your legal case at all. If I had any advice for Sunday, it would be to apologize to Pixie and the victims, not just post a pinned comment half backtracking what you're saying. Also shower, get a haircut, go outside. You aren't mature enough to cover these—
I mean, play something. I don't think your calculation's that far off. It's like 4.67 hours, but yeah.
Sort of things if you don't have basic—
You round it up to 7.
The video made by Sunday's former editor details the clown show that was this investigation. It's the most comedic tragedy I've ever watched.
With all due respect, I'm not sure you think you know what you're saying when you say you have to, because when you
I didn't say have to. I didn't say that. You said that.
See, this is the kind of situation, this drama, right, with the, you know, the videos come out by Sunday and by, and by Becket, right? They contain a conversation between Sunday and Diorio in them. Then Nick comes back, reveals more of the conversation that makes Sunday seem like just like a monster. And then the editor comes out and says, "Oh no, I've got a conversation with Sunday." It's like everybody's got recordings of conversations with each other. It's just it's like there was like, you know, 3 or 4 videos just waiting to happen. Like the recordings had already been done.
I said you have an expectation, and you said, "Well, I don't have to do that." And I'm not saying you have to do anything. I'm saying there's an expectation that you do this thing when you're communicating with someone in private.
If someone were to tell me that this drama was kayfabe, I might believe them.
They're expecting that you're not going to show that to other people without asking them first.
Okay, but if they're asleep, they're not expecting, are they?
If they're asleep?
They're asleep, yeah. If people are asleep, they're not expecting anything. They're kind of just out, right?
Are you trolling me right now?
No, I'm actually making a serious point.
The conversations he had with his editor are psychotic.
Why the f are you adding extra risks to this? We're already in enough danger as is.
You think we're in danger? I don't think
we are in tremendous danger. So you don't think, for example, if you said something that was able to be effectively spun by someone like Nick DeOrio that managed to get some traction that cast aspersions on my entire channel, that income plummeted so I can't pay you, that doesn't affect you?
It's about me, me, me. How does this affect Sunday? How can I manipulate my editor into staying quiet? I also talked to Becket, who worked somewhat with Sunday and dropped his video on the same day. Now, his wasn't nearly as bad, but he still went forward with the video knowing only secondhand information. Really third hand because he's getting it from Sunday.
Recognize you're getting your information secondhand. At any point, did you try to reach out to Pixie?
No. But to be clear, this was a very brief period, a couple of days. I clearly did want to reach out to people. There was actually a conversation where I wanted to reach out to Lonerbox. Because I don't know Pixie.
But why did you reach out to Lonerbox?
I didn't. But but that's partly because of what Loner had just done on the stream. I think that's a mistake, by the way. I'll own that mistake. But I obviously wanted to reach out to people. For instance, I went to FPS Diesel for an optics check on the DMs and what he thought. I was reading
an optics check. Excuse me.
Less than Becket and Sunday. What does
Excuse me, FPS Diesel. I need an optics check.
Going to them do? Realize why I'm so critical though of you and Sunday? Because hold on, you're telling me though. You're telling me though that this was done over a couple of days. You didn't bother to reach out to Lonerbox or Pixie, and you guys went for the story anyway. How did you even get the draft? Was that from Aaron too?
Sorry, get the
draft of like Pixie's draft statement.
Yeah, I showed that in the DMs. Yeah.
So you guys have a draft from her. It seems like she's going to come out in some way because she has a fucking written draft. Like it just seems, it blows my mind, man. Like you've been somebody where I've been told over and over again, nah, dude, Copenseed is great. He does great videos, takes a lot of care with them.
Yeah, when he says optics check, I think he means he went to FPS Diesel. He described the situation and he just wanted like another set of eyes. Like, does that sound good to you? Do I look good in this drama? Is my position coherent? Am I relatable? You know, in other words, like, you know, just you as an outside person, do you see me? Like, that's the optics check. That's what the optics check means. It's like, am I going to look good doing this? Putting this out? That's literally what he's asking. Optics check. How are the optics on this?
And it's like, to me, I look at this, I'm like, I cannot believe, it just seems like such a selfish story.
Well, hold on. Let me be clear. I don't think selfish is that. I think I can take a lot of criticism. I think there are issues there. But I don't think selfish is fair.
In what way is that not selfish?
Well, because I didn't do this to get clout or money or like acclaim. I thought this was going to end my fucking channel.
Why
Sunday was going to release a video. I thought, I know Sunday, and I thought what needed to be done at the same time was painting a picture of what happened behind the scenes to explain why so many people had these DMs. Mm-hmm. What I needed was Sunday's DMs with Straighter Aid. I didn't expect this to be a video where I'd get like pats on the back.
Again, why you think it would damage you?
What, the video?
Yeah, before you made it.
Because I recognized that once these were coming out, the people who were releasing them would get rightfully a fair amount of criticism for doing so.
Then why
but
would
I
you
also
release it?
Because, well, for some, I've said publicly as well, if Sunday wasn't releasing his video, I wouldn't have released the same video. I probably wouldn't have acted in the same way. But Sunday looked at these are coming out. He wants to talk about it. Well, okay. It needs a companion piece.
So because
Did you see that Willy Mac turned into a duck for a split second there?
he is
Here, let's watch it again.
Acted in the same way.
Want to see him become a duck?
But Sunday looked at these.
Duck!
These are coming out.
He's a duck! He's a duck!
He wants to talk about it.
Okay, back to human.
It needs a companion piece.
So because he
Back to human.
jumping off of a bridge. You're doing it too, dude? Oh, fuck, man.
Well, like, and again, this is what I'm saying. It's, you know, something I expected to do damage to me. But also, what was the other option? Lie about it?
No, the other option is
He said pog. He said pog, yes.
let everybody else shoot themselves in the foot if he's going to be reckless with the victim and her claims and hijack her story. Like, you realize she was talking to lawyers during this and they're gathering information. Fucking crazy.
Listen, I'm on many levels. I'm with.
Wait. When we were talking about Tom Green, for some reason I thought we were talking about like somebody said like Tech Bro Tom Green. I thought we were talking about Destiny. Was this about Willy Mac? Yeah, I mean I see that too. I see it more with Willy Mac, to be honest.
through this is, how does this reach me? I am like 5th person down the chain. How does this reach me with no one doing any of that?
Just makes me go like, how were you the person to feel like you should make that video?
Because I thought it was such a fucking mess that at least I could make an uneditorialized.
Yours I don't think was as bad, but just the premise of this whole thing when I talked to
Yeah, I never watched it.
I think it is a mess.
Becket is the only person I talked to that acknowledged wrongdoing and said he would go about things differently in the future. Takeaway.
Oh, Becket, of course you said that.
What I think is the most important thing, and that's that you have to reach out to Pixie. You got to make clear, or Lonerbox, and you got to make clear of like, hey,
Beckett's one of these like consistently wrong people that's just hard to be angry at. Right? He'll be like, yeah, I was wrong.
This is what I know. This is the story I'm thinking of running. I want to know, like, what's going on with this? Are you guys pursuing anything?
Tom Green and Ed Sheeran. That's right, play something. That's right.
And then they could go ahead and, like, give you the guidelines to it. Like, hey, look, we're talking legally. We'd rather this not come out.
Yeah, like again, I'm not defending every part of this, and I don't want to. I mean, this is how I started the call, right?
Which is more than any other person I talked to. He became very critical of himself, especially as things moved off the record. I respect him for that.
When I met you, I admit my first thoughts was a trick. You look so good, huh? I suck on your daddy's dick.
Every day that passes, the drama gets more hilarious. Destiny and Hasan are watching each other's content nukes while refusing to view their own. I get he's going through a legal case, but at some point he needs to address that video. During my off-the-record conversation with Becket, he asked me a pointed question. When would you associate with Destiny again? If he was part of some drama as a side character and I interviewed him, I would do it then, but I don't think I could just go hang on his podcast anymore. Destiny and I were not friends. However, I have a lot of respect for him. He's the only major creator in the political space that I have covered that actually looks stuff up, reads first-hand information, and
Oh no, did you just say he actually looks things up? I love that about him.
directly engages with
He Wikipedias them.
his critics. That may seem like a low bar, but it's rare. He's somebody that has always demanded accountability from others, but right now when he's objectively in the wrong, he's not taking any of it. He's calling Nick a hypocrite for saying innocent until proven guilty with Ethan, but not treating himself that way. Nick then makes very clear, you shared Pixie's intimate videos with a random 19-year-old OnlyFans model, and then posted logs where you admitted to—
Wait, Nick is saying innocent until proven guilty about Ethan, about the housekeeper situation?
severely damaging her. And he links the messages of Destiny doing just that.
It can't be a Willy Mac video if he doesn't talk about Hasan. He already did.
I'm the kind of person
That was earlier.
for about anything, but there needs to be remorse, and he's obviously not there yet. His coworkers cover for him saying he is, but I don't see it. I don't see how anyone could take him seriously until then. I also want to emphasize how good the video was by President Sunday's former editor, Kilo. He actively tried to correct the record, and his video has very few views. He gave up money to try and do the right thing, and I think that should be acknowledged. Hope you enjoyed the video, subscribe to the channel, and shout out to the homies over on Patreon.
Okay. That is, I'm not going to do that ethical of a react, but you know what I should do? I should shout out my own Patreon. Do this really quickly. All right, Patreon. So everybody who is a patron of mine, you get videos before they come out. You get videos redacted, uncensored, and unedited. And you get them first, right? That is one of the perks for every level of Patreon. At the $5 level and higher, you also get a fancy shout out. So let me do those now. Shouts out to Orlt's Ellipsis. Shouts out to Timberland Insanity. Shouts out to Funky Monkey. Shouts out to Shakespeare. Shouts out to Nadia Yvette. Shouts out to Moe No Ape. Shouts out to McGoggles. Shouts out to Just Julie. Shouts out to Jules K. Shouts out to Infallible Fowl. Shouts out to Hot Ham Radio. Shouts out to Good for Gabby. Shouts out to Buffy Geek. Shouts out to Animos. Shouts out a fancy shout out to Zara Xerix, to Rachel K, to Crystal Saphira, and to Omega Star. There we go. We're going to shout out my patrons, and then we're going to figure out what are we doing with the bonus content. So chat, when I look at the poll, I see that the new philosophy tube is ahead by 9 points, right? 10 points. All right. 39 to 29. But I see that of the donos that I have recorded, yeah, the Zizians are getting a bonus. All right, the Zizians have a bonus. Now, will the Zizians ride that bonus to become our next bonus content? Or is there anybody else who's donated that wants to tell me where to put their money, what to add their money to, and he is working for Destiny. He is kind of, yeah, I didn't realize how, yeah, he sounds like he likes Destiny's politics, and he thinks Destiny is really smart. $15+ for Rudyard. 15+ for Rudyard. 15+ for Rudyard. Okay, anyway, I'm trying to make it into a song. Plus 15, plus 20, right? There we go. It's got 20. That makes it 35. So yeah, again, it looks like the Zizians are ahead by a long shot. Omega Star with the 300 bits. Oh, are those like... It is a corgi. Okay. I thought so.
The Green super chatted $7.05. Can I move mine to What If?
Yeah, what was yours on before? Zizians? You're gonna have to remind me, what is that, like 12 to Zizians? Or not to Zizians, no, away from Zizians, okay. Okay, so it's 12 altogether. So Zizians lose 12. Lose 12. And this gains 12. Wait, I think I did that kind of wrong, but I did, the overall math is, gains 12 to 7 is 47. So it looks like, yeah, just barely. Oh, is it 14? Let me add an extra, or take away an extra to... Wait, that should be 45, not 75. And add an extra to... So it looks like we're doing the new Whatifalthist video. Oh, plus that too. So wait, that's brings it up to 54. Have you seen the old Ethan Klein video about the Boston Marathon bombing? Yeah, I saw that today. That was horrible. That was so bad. Yeah, Ethan was like sexualizing a 17-year-old who had written on her, was wearing like a tummy shirt and had written across her stomach, you know, you can scar me, but you can't stop me, or something like that. And Ethan just like gets weirdly like sexual on her. All right, chat, is that where we're at? Are we doing the Whatifalthist video? Because if so, I better get started on it. I feel like it's a long one. Oh my god, I better be able to find it now. What if alt hist? Would it be in the... Oh no, these are all videos of
Rudyard Lynch
better known as Whatifalthist, is an American college dropout and YouTuber whose original claim to fame was making alternative history videos. However, as his popularity has increased, his content gradually shifted to be more editorialized. Rudyard now makes sensational claims such as America will have a civil war in 2024.
Rudyard, do you believe that we will still have a civil war by April? And the short answer is yes, and I will.
Or that the incels will rise up and institute the handmaiden's tale because they can't get laid. He has seemingly elected himself both the leader and redeemer of the online right, choosing to argue endlessly with it while seeking to sanitize it for mainstream approval. A mission only he has the skills to achieve. Anyone who's farther to the right of him becomes an enemy in the struggle to make his ideals more optical and less extreme. However,
leftist audio, I don't even know. I think there's this one and then there's this one.
Interesting.
This one's got better audio.
But you don't listen to Rudyard. For my entire life, I've never been Rudyard. I've always been a prophet, a celebrity, a leader, the worst thing in the leftist caste system, a statistic for the court system, my mom's Twitter slave. For the entire thing, no one's rated me as Rudyard, and I really, really want you to speak to me as Rudyard.
Wait, what did he say? My mom's fucking Twitter slave? That's not what he said, is it? Did he say my mom's Twitter slave?
A statistic for the court system, my mom's Twitter slave. For the
what?
Entire thing, no one's rated me as Rudyard, and I really, really want you to speak to me as Rudyard, not as a messenger of the gods. So is that clear? So we're gonna start now. I am not a god, I am a wizard.
It's important to remember, not a god, he's a wizard.
Tells me I killed a god. I stand so that men won't be cattle. So thank you for your service, Odin, and it's an honor to serve. I state before the Lord God and Hermes that I now have sealed the contract in the Blue Room. And
I swear to God, that's a Persona reference that he got. Yeah, he should have said the Velvet Room. But wait, chat? What else would what is the Blue Room? What else would the Blue Room be? Is the Blue Room a reference to anything? I think he meant the Velvet Room.
I'm protected by the spirit world. I have set you free. You no longer need a master, and you are a free man. You enjoy squirming, don't you? Because you know you're such a worthless.
What?
You can't understand. You cannot understand what I've just lived through. You just can't. I don't know what to tell you. It's infuriating. Prove me wrong why I just didn't kill your god. Ayahuasca basically fried my brain.
Hello everyone, how are you doing? You alright? Today we'll be looking at a very successful YouTuber whose channel has gone from strength to strength for many years, but then took an incredibly unexpected turn, which is what we'll be mostly focusing on today. This story is going to get extremely dark, disturbing, funny, confusing, and just downright odd. So buckle up your seatbelts.
Wait.
For a wild ride. Let's start our story with the birth of his YouTube channel. Rudyard William Lynch set up his YouTube.
There's a Picasso painting called the Blue Room. He has to be a Tate fan. This is Andrew Tate crap. Do you think the Blue Room could the Blue Room be an Andrew Tate thing? Ethan should never have insulted faux moi. They are much more brutal than anything he's ever faced before.
On the 16th of September 2013, when he was just 13 years old.
Is it 50 Shades of Grey? Oh no. I thought it was Persona. I thought the Blue Velvet Room sounds like a horrifying place. I mean,
Autist. Most of his early videos have now been removed, with the first one still uploaded, currently being What If Dinosaurs Never Went Extinct. This is a short video speculating on what would have happened.
So chat, remember he's like 23. 10 years ago, he would have been 13. He made this alternate history video about what if dinosaurs never went extinct when he was 13.
And if the dinosaurs were still around. This video sets the stage for his channel, as it is poorly edited, with many of the sentences being cut off before they end, and the overall production quality being pretty low, but the viewer is left with the sense that Rudyard is an intelligent child with a lot of potential. As he grew older, his videos slightly improved, but
Is it a David Lynch joke?
Bad production quality seems to be...
What's that room called in Twin Peaks? What's the red
more of a feature than a bug, adding to the authentic feeling of a low-budget one-man show where the ideas are more important than flashy videos.
Is it called the Black Lodge?
Stimulation. Rudyard's YouTube genre of choice was alternative history, theorising on what the world would look like if France never surrendered in the Second World War, or how history would have played out if nuclear bombs never existed. These videos...
I mean, the Persona thing is actually a David Lynch reference, I think.
Were both
it's David Lynch inspired by both Blue Velvet and the... I think it's called the Black Lodge from Twin Peaks.
Thought experiments and informative, as Rudyard was obviously a keen student of history, breaking down the social, economic, cultural and military factors at play that led him to his conclusions. This intoxicating elixir was all washed down with his authentic style of editing, text walls and maps that he had made. He really likes
the maps.
Making maps. His channel grew more and more over the years, and by 2019 he had 50,000 subscribers. This kind of content would be the Whatifalthist's only gimmick for 7 years, until he took a break from YouTube to hike the Appalachian Trail, which
oh yeah, I remember him talking about this.
Seems to have been a turning point for Roger.
He like insisted on hiking the trail alone, which I think is kind of dangerous.
Who now wanted to share more of his ideas with the world. On the 14th of August 2020, he would upload his first video that was not about alternative history, titled "Why is the World Crazy Now?", which was a geopolitical analysis on the current state of the world. This proved to be popular, so he began to move away from the alt history and concentrate more on...
I haven't made it through the TV, most of his TV stuff, more of a movies person. Yeah, David Lynch's television productions such as Twin Peaks versus the movies like Blue Velvet.
Politics and social commentary, which in turn grew his channel bigger than ever before. His videos were now talking about China being the next superpower, or the 12 lies about reality that we are told and never question. Rudyard had outgrown the alternative history genre, as he puts it, and these new videos had a deeper meaning for him. But he did offer his fans to make another alt history video if his fan base crowdfunded him $4,000 to make it. As far as I can tell, his fans never paid him $4,000 to make a YouTube video. One thing that became more noticeable is that Rudyard started to make bold predictions, almost as if he had some kind of insight into the future. This is called foreshadowing. Another thing that became noticeable was that a lot of his videos were filled with doom. Titles such as "Are we on the verge of nuclear war?" or "Is the dollar doomed?" were well suited to the algorithm's race to the bottom of the viewer's brainstem, and his channel started to rapidly gain more subscribers, hitting 100,000 in late 2020 and 400,000 in mid-2021. Rudyard was flying high, so now had a large and loyal fan base that hung on his every word. His mainly young male viewers flooded his comments section with positive feedback, which encouraged the still young Rudyard to grip his own intellect by the shaft and frantically massage his own ego until hot sticky ideas shot out of his brain and into his videos, which they lapped up and begged for more. Dirty little viewers, you like that, don't you, Rudyard?
700K viewers. I always forget how, like, God hates Rudyard. Thank you, Omega Star. I always forget how many subs he actually had. 700,000. That blows my fucking mind.
Your daddy now. But not everyone was a fan of what.
But I mean, I from what I'm hearing,